Love is the message. What a banger, mate. So I've had a lot of requests to break down this tune, and to be honest, I put it off for a little while because it's a 10-minute long track and it's just improvised all the way through, so I couldn't quite work out how to structure a lesson around it. But what I've decided to do is I've written out 3 different grooves from the track. 2 of them I've written out 4 bars, and then the last one I've written out 8 bars, and really they build in intensity as we go through the different examples. So what I'll do today is I'll play you each groove with the song, and then we'll have a little chat about it and make sure that we go over any of the tricky phrasing, and then I'll play it for you nice and slow so that you can catch everything that's going on. Yes, I'm Alex, and thanks for checking out another video. If you're enjoying the lessons and you're getting something from the free notations, then a cheeky like and subscribe is the best way to support the channel, mate. So we've got Yussef Days sitting behind an absolute beast of a lineup playing Love Is The Message. If you haven't watched the original video, stop this video now and go and watch it because it's next level, man. I'll put a link down in the video description. But if you've already watched the video and you've already heard the tune, then we'll go straight for it, mate. So I tapped the tune out at about 89 BPM, and the first groove that we're going to look at starts at 44 seconds in. Let's have a listen. As you heard, the groove has a one-handed 16th note feel, loads of ghost notes, loads of little rolls, and beside from the fact that it's just really fast, there's a couple of tricky phrases for us to have a quick look at. Firstly, in the second beat of the first 2 bars, you've got a hi-hat accent on the E, and then on the and, you're going to play your snare drum without a hi-hat on top. Now this isn't too hard to play, but it's just worth bearing in mind that you're not keeping your right hand playing every 16th note in that little phrase. Another little challenge, which is going to come up the whole way through the track, is these super quick rolls leading into the downbeat. They definitely sound like double strokes to me, but in my opinion, a buzz stroke would still sound cool. But for obvious reasons, the faster you get with this, the harder it gets to play. Once you got that down, it's just about keeping up with Yussef's playing, which is no easy task, so I'm going to play it for you at 30 BPM slower, at 59 BPM, just so you can hear it nice and clearly. Next, we're going to move our right hand over to the ride cymbal to play the groove that starts at 2 minutes and 38 seconds in. Sick, mate. So some of the tricky phrases that we talked about in the first groove have rolled over into this one as well. So alongside those, there's a couple of extra areas to watch out for. For example, I've notated the bell of the ride cymbal sometimes with a snare drum accent on the and of beat 2. If you watch the original video, you'll see that Yussef Days is moving up and down the ride cymbal to change up the texture. So I've notated this as close as I possibly can, but of course, like with any of this stuff, just experiment, see what you like the sound of. Importantly, we've got this open hi-hat phrase that leads in from bar 2 into bar 3. You can keep your right hand playing every 16th note up on the ride cymbal, and then your left hand is going to play an open hi-hat on the E of beat 4, closed hi-hat with your bass drum on the of beat 4, and then another open hi-hat with a bass drum on beat 1 of the next bar. And then for the final phrase of the groove that I've written out, you've got these ride cymbal accents, and then gradually we want to make sure that our ride gets washier and washier towards the end of the phrase. With that being said, I've written out these little accent symbols as a general indication of this, but the best thing you can do is listen to the original tune to hear how the intensity builds. Let's give it a go nice and slow so you can hear it. And the final groove we're going to look at today starts at 4 minutes and 24 seconds in. I ended up writing out 8 bars rather than 4 for this one. I got a bit carried away because it gets intense, man. just about clinging on for that one, my dudes. So as you heard, this groove is also using a lot of the phrases that we've already talked about today, but where it starts to get really intense is in the last 2 bars when we transition from 16th notes into 16th note triplets. So for this phrase, you're playing your ride cymbal and your snare drum in unison all the way through, except for the last note where you can take off the ride cymbal and play your snare by itself. The important thing to know here is that you're still playing in 16th notes all the way up to 3E and then you change into triplets. If it helps, you could think about it as swinging the of beat 3 to lead you into those triplets, but again, listening to the track is the best way to get used to how it sounds. The phrase in the final bar will be counted 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 4 and Let's have a listen to how it sounds when we slow it down. There we go, my dudes. 3 grooves from Yussef Day's Love Is The Message. Now, I can't stress this enough. We've just looked at a total of 16 bars from a track which is just under 11 minutes long. So you can view this more as a bit of an insight into some of the phrases that Yussef Days is playing, rather than a full breakdown. So make sure that you go and listen to the original tune. Check out the full live video where you can literally just watch loads of the other phrases that Yussef Days is playing, and most importantly, take inspiration from the grooves and see if you can create something of your own with them. If you do go and learn any of the grooves that we looked at today and you upload a video of you playing them, tag me up, mate, because I'd absolutely love to see it. And if you're digging the videos, hit the button to join the Wednesday crew, man, and I'll catch you in the next lesson.